So this meditation today, as we're getting closer to the solstice, I'm going to give you a meditation variation of an exercise that Loretta Klez used to have us do every solstice. And in Loretta's version of it, we would do this, we would write things down. In this version, I'm going to walk you through this technique. And you can use this. It's especially powerful now as we go into the solstice, the most powerful time of the year, I would say, energetically. If we're creating something new or creating change in your life, the solstice is the most powerful time of the year. And so what I want you to do is just get comfortable, relax, eyes open or closed. And as a lead in to this, as a practice, I want you to think about something that has happened to you. It can be any time in your life, something where you felt so good, like maybe something you were worried about, and then it happened and it was a really joyful occasion, or maybe a success story where, you won a ball game, or you had a performance, or someone you loved did really well in a performance. And remember that feeling in your heart where you're just so full of joy and relief, and just really feel into how that felt. Joy, happiness, contentment, peacefulness. That which you had been worried about, it worked out perfectly. And just remember this. This is your practice, because we're going to come back to this feeling. You can almost feel like your entire body full of light. Doesn't matter what it was, just that joyful feeling. And so now I want you to bring yourself to this place and this time. You're right here in early December, and there's something probably on your mind, something that is something you wanted to do and life hasn't quite cooperated. Or maybe there's something you're worried about that you need to go well and you have anxiety going into the holidays. Or maybe it's something to do with a family member and something where you are worried about how it's going to happen. And so in this moment, right now, looking forward, you've got something in your mind that is weighing on you a little bit. And so just think about that just for a second. And what you're going to do is you're going to realize that going into the solstice, this is the energy of change, the energy of creativity. We're going from shortened days that are going shorter to days that are going longer. And for a couple of days on either side of the solstice, and even longer, but especially in that near term, we have the power to create. And the key to creating really, really well is to let go of the need to control how the resolution happens. Let your mind be released from controlling what you think has to happen to make this situation work perfectly well. Release that. And now what I want you to do is I want you to march forward in time and put yourself into June of 2025. Put yourself into June of 2025. And just for now, I want you to experience June of 2025. It's warmer now. It's not hot yet. It's beautiful morning. The sun's shining. Listen to the birds singing, the summertime birds. Gentle, soft breeze. Maybe you hear some neighborhood sounds. You're just peaceful in your house. You're just listening to the sounds of June, early June. And now what I want you to do is I want you to remember that feeling that we practiced, that feeling of joy, relief, excitement. Let it flood your being, and as it floods your being, somehow you know that this is a sign to that situation you had anxiety about. You don't have to think about how it was resolved. You don't have to think about what happened. You're just amazed that everything worked out perfectly, exactly as God intended for it to be, better than you thought could be possible. Maybe it might have seemed like something that there was no resolution to, but the miracle of the universe stepped in a way that you could never have imagined. And everything worked out so well, and you feel such peace. You remember back to December, and now that you're in June, you're so relieved. You worried for nothing. You worried for nothing. And now you say, thank you, God, for taking over and taking this situation. You handed over, you trusted, and everything worked out beautifully because you didn't try and control the resolution. You let the universe work it out for you in a way that was natural and easy. Now take a deep breath. Just let that fill you. Watch the year march on. We're going through July, through August. Things are peaceful. Things are resolving as they should. All the way into 1 year from now, just before the next solstice of 2025. But now feeling a sense of power, of oneness with the universe. You are the creator in combination with God. And you are in control of your destiny purely by not trying to control your destiny, but knowing that it's already in hand. All right, so now I want you to very gently bring yourself back to the year 2024. Bring yourself back to this a week and a half or so before the solstice. Feel yourself back in the room. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can remember this technique. Quite often we limit ourselves in our humanness. We think that we see the variations of what's possible, and none of them might seem to work. None seem good. But if you just let it go and imagine yourself afterwards feeling wonderful that it all worked out. Don't try and imagine how it did, because the universe can do miracles. This will work for you. And especially now by the solstice, this is a very, very powerful technique. So I leave you with that, and blessings and light.
Thank you.